Hello everyone. Last year in June, One Piece had a one-month hiatus. The last time there was a hiatus, the manga was updated to chapter 1053. Recently, Oda is taking another one-month hiatus, and as of today, the manga has reached chapter 1086. In the past year, Oda-sensei has diligently released 33 chapters. For those who haven't had time to catch up, let's quickly summarize the plot of One Piece in the past year in about 10 minutes. The story continues after Luffy defeats Kaido, and Kinemon becomes the shogun of Wano. After this battle, Luffy, Kid, and Law's bounties all reach 3 billion. Luffy is now considered one of the 4 emperors, alongside Red Hair Shanks and Blackbeard. Blackbeard became one of the 4 emperors because he formed an alliance with Shiryu and Hawkeye. In the promotional poster, Blackbeard's subordinates made him look like the leader of the alliance, so the world government mistakenly recognized him as the leader and designated him as one of the 4 emperors. However, within the alliance, Hawkeye and Lafitte are the true leaders. At the same time, Robin discovers the secret of the land of Wano. 800 years ago, the land of Wano was located at the foot of Mt. Fuji. At some point, a wall was built around the land of Wano, causing the water inside to increase. The ancient land of Wano was submerged, and the submerged area is the sleeping place of the underworld king, Pluton. To awaken the underworld king, the wall surrounding the land of Wano needs to be destroyed, which means the land of Wano will lose its defensive capabilities. Regardless, the Straw Hat Pirates now know the location of the Sea Kings and the Underworld Kings, and Luffy has obtained 3 of the 4 road poneglyphs from Zou. They only need the last one to find Raftel, the location of One Piece. At the end of the Land of Wano arc, Admiral Green Bull arrives at the Land of Wano to capture Luffy. Green Bull is a powerful devil fruit user. However, Red Hair Shanks convinces Green Bull to leave using his reputation. Red Hair Shanks also makes a decision to go after One Piece. In the end, Red Hair Shanks doesn't meet Luffy and leaves directly. Several days later, Luffy also bids farewell to the land of Wano, along with Kid and Law. They all have obtained the road poneglyphs from the land of Wano. This time, Kawamatsu stays behind to protect the land of Wano. And so, the eventful Land of Wano arc comes to a close. The final chapter of One Piece begins with a grand opening. Due to the progression of multiple storylines, let's summarize the developments in each storyline separately. First, let's talk about the former wives. In Whitebeard's homeland, Whitebeard 2 was recently captured by Green Bull. On Amazon Lily, during the 3-way battle between the Empress, the Marines, and Blackbeard, Blackbeard emerges victorious and kidnaps Kobe, taking him back to Pirate Island. It's worth mentioning that during the clash on Amazon Lily, the Marines deployed a new type of pacifista called a Kainu, while on the other side, Hawkeye, Shiryu, and Buggy formed the Cross Society. The Cross Society issued bounties on the Marines and even offered to exchange the buttocks of a Marine Rear Admiral for gold. Although Buggy's position in the Cross Society is very low, his ambition to become the Pirate King has started to grow. Buggy also announces to all members that he will compete for One Piece. I hope this summary helps those who haven't been able to keep up with One Piece in the past year. Later, in the early stages of the story, Xiong was already rescued by the Revolutionary Army. Mary Joa returned to the Transvestite Kingdom. However, after waking up, Xiong flew back to the Red Soil continent as if he had gone mad. In the midst of the Navy's artillery fire, Xiong persistently climbed the Red Soil continent, wanting to reach the Holy Land. Next, let's take a look at the difficult relationship between Kid and Law. Kid arrived at the giant tribe island, Elbaf. Red Hair was here drinking with his old friends, including Dory and Broggy. Afterward, Kid and Red Hair clashed, and Red Hair killed Kid with just one move. The God Arm Red Hair also obtained Kid's roadmap historical text. On that day, Kid's pirate crew was annihilated on the giant island. Meanwhile, Law was being chased by Blackbeard to the New World Sabaody Island. Although Law's ultimate move initially severely injured Blackbeard, he was ultimately defeated by him and lost his roadmap. Fortunately, Beppo consumed the performance-enhancing medicine given by Chopper and transformed into a moon lion to rescue Law from the sea area. With this, the battle between Blackbeard and Law came to an end, with the Red Star Pirates defeated. Currently, there are several other events revolving around Blackbeard. Firstly, Blin was captured by the Orochi family and imprisoned on Blackbeard's ship. Secondly, Kobe was imprisoned in Blackbeard's nest on Pirate Island. Instead of waiting to die, Kobe escaped and rescued many enslaved people. At the same time, Cap, leading the Marine Sword team, arrived at Pirate Island. The main members of Sword include Bello Betty, who can control clay figures, Rear Admiral Prince Groves, and his granddaughter, who has the ability to train people, Peacock. During the battle, Cap even unleashed a devastating punch that destroyed the Pirate Island square. He wanted to rescue his disciple, Kobe. However, standing in Cap's way was his eldest disciple, Seiichi. Due to their intense relationship, Seiichi temporarily sided with Blackbeard and engaged in a fierce battle with Cap. Seiichi was eventually punched into the ground by Cap. Next, let's see what the Straw Hat Pirates are up to. On the ship, Luffy revealed to his crew that there is a dream beyond becoming the Pirate King. This is another big mystery of One Piece. Everyone finds Luffy's dream endpoint unbelievable but fitting for his personality. Additionally, Caribou is currently hiding on the Sunny Go. Later, the Straw Hat Pirates accidentally arrived at the future island, Edwar. Here, they also encountered Xiong's daughter, David Wong Pony. The future island has a research institute for Vegapunk. Pony came here to find Vegapunk and ask him to turn her father back to normal. The Straw Hat Pirates then met Vegapunk and his 6 artificial clones. Vegapunk has the Scratch Fruit ability, which allows him to have unlimited memory. Due to his genius, he created 6 clones and gave them 6 different personalities. Number 1, the political aristocrat. Number 2, the evil Lilith. Number 3, the philosophical Edison. Number 4, the wise Pythagoras. Number 5, the raging Atlas. And number 6, the desire-driven York. On the future island, Luffy and the others saw many high-tech products and the childhood version of the red-haired Shanks, Xingping. The future island is mainly divided into 2 parts, the development city above the clouds and the factory city below. During the visit, Vegapunk revealed that the technology on the future island appeared 900 years ago. 900 years ago, there was a high-tech kingdom in the world. The blank century refers to the war history between this kingdom and the 20 other kingdoms. After defeating the 20 kingdoms, the world government was established 800 years ago to prevent anyone from inheriting the ideology of this kingdom. The world government erased it from history and silenced anyone who knew about it. In the past, O'Hara wanted to investigate this history and was targeted for destruction. Vegapunk, Dragon, and the O'Hara's Clover Doctor were originally close friends. In the O'Hara ruins, Vegapunk also found a large number of documents buried at the bottom of the lake. He secretly recorded these documents in his brain and has been studying them to this day. Vegapunk is eager to explore the secrets of technological energy, but his secret research on history has violated the taboo of the world government. Furthermore, Robin learned from Vegapunk that a surviving giant captain, suspected to be Solo, is from O'Hara. The CP-5, CP-7, and CP-8 were sent by the world government to investigate the future island, but all 3 groups mysteriously disappeared. As a result, CP-0 was sent to take action against CP-0. In order to counter CP-0, Tashigi decided to deploy 3 pacifistas and entrusted the command to Tashigi. At the same time, Vegapunk himself requested Luffy to take him away from the future island. Unexpectedly, Luffy encountered Law, and their reunion sparked a fierce battle between the two. Currently, Law has awakened his Cat fruit power, but he is no match for the fearless sun god Luffy. Additionally, Kaku has completed his Devil Fruit awakening and is fighting against Zoro. Then, Boruto, along with 3 pacifistas, arrived at the battlefield. The 3 pacifistas are Snake Woman, Hawk, and Shark. Boruto, who was once saved by Vegapunk, decided to betray the world government for Vegapunk's sake. He can also directly control the pacifista brought by CP0, as the pacifistas are programmed to prioritize authority, with Vegapunk, Boruto, and CP0 being the highest in order. These pacifistas are incredibly powerful, with their arms equipped with green blood made from lineage factors. This green blood allows the pacifistas to possess Devil Fruit abilities. Snake Woman has the Sweet Fruit ability, the Pacifista has the Paw Fruit ability, Shark has the Swim Fruit ability, and Hawk has the Slash Fruit ability. It is the birth of these pacifistas that gave the world government the confidence to abolish the 7 warlord system. Thus, a great battle erupted on the future island. During the process, Satoshi was suddenly attacked, but Kaku and Law managed to subdue the attackers. It turned out that Satoshi's true identity was a clone created by the Peace Research Institute Mads, who was an undercover agent in CP0's past. The Peace Research Institute Mads consisted of 5 scientists, namely Vegapunk, Caesar, Judge, and a beautiful woman who is Satoshi's clone and claims to be Whitebeard's wife and the mother of his second disciple, Bajin. However, the crisis on the future island was not over. Everyone suddenly discovered that Vegapunk himself had mysteriously disappeared, and several pacifistas were being controlled by unknown individuals to cause chaos in the research facility. Furthermore, the defense system developed by Vegapunk also went out of control. No one could leave, as they would be attacked by the system. It turned out that the mastermind behind all this was Punk No. 6, who wanted to reveal the 100-year blank in Vegapunk's research to Wu Laoqing in order to gain the qualification of a celestial dragon for the second time. Even CP5, CP7, and CP8 were imprisoned by Desires, which led to CP0's operation to silence them. Currently, Desire not only shot and killed Punk No. 1, who came to find Vegapunk, but also ordered the Pacifistas to silence everyone present. In order to fight against the Pacifistas, Luffy, Law, Zoro, and Kaku joined forces. During the battle, Zoro discovered that the Pacifistas possessed the abilities of the Lunarian tribe. These Pacifistas had been modified using their bloodline, and when the flames rose, they became invincible. The entire research city was engulfed in chaos for a while. Meanwhile, a large number of marine warships were heading towards the future island, led by Admiral Kizaru. Satan, one of the 5 elders, was also accompanying Kizaru. The world government's goal was to turn the future island into the next O'Hara. Additionally, there was a ship with Blackbeard's flag heading towards Egret. This is currently all the plot happening on the future island. Now let's take a look at another important storyline, the Sabo County. Firstly, after the World Conference, Sabo's fame skyrocketed. He not only rescued the tyrant Kuma but also destroyed the Celestial Dragon's heavenly dragon skin. There were also reports and photos claiming that Sabo killed the king of Kurigana. So Sabo is known as the Flame Emperor and is hailed as a hero by revolutionary armies in 8 countries. The 8-Nation Revolution incident also occurred, inspiring 8 nations. Currently, Sabo is hiding in a country called Lulusia, which is involved in the 8-Nation Revolution. Unexpectedly, the world government intercepted communication between him and the Revolutionary Army. Him and the 5 elders launched a terrifying attack on Lulusia to test a weapon called the Saint Mara Flame. A dark shadow appeared over Lulusia, accompanied by a dazzling light, and the kingdom of Lulusia disappeared completely. Fortunately, Sabo managed to escape with his people before the attack and survived. After a while, Sabo returned to the land of the Minks and reunited with the Revolutionary Army. The 3 leaders of the Revolutionary Army also held a meeting to review the events of the World Conference. During the World Conference, the Revolutionary Army achieved 3 goals. Firstly, declaring war on the Celestial Dragons. Secondly, rescuing as many slaves as possible and saving the bear. And thirdly, destroying the Holy Land's food storage. Additionally, 8 countries successfully underwent revolution and no longer paid tribute to the Celestial Dragons. They also cut off trade with the world government, imposing an economic blockade. However, Lemarli Joa is likely to face a food crisis and collapse. But Dragon said that the Celestial Dragons still have an ace in the hole, the Divine Knight Order. Next, Sabo revealed the truth about the death of King Cobra of Alabasta. Going back to a month before the World Conference, on the day the Revolutionary Army invaded the Holy Land and destroyed the food storage, the commanders of the Revolutionary Army performed admirably. Captain Crow of the Northern Army fought Tinghu, while Captain Jasmine of the Western Army fought Green Bull. Captain Lindbergh of the Southern Army rescued many slaves. In the end, due to Tinghu's betrayal, the Revolutionary Army managed to retreat with the slaves and saved Xiong. Meanwhile, Charles, a Celestial Dragon, wanted to capture Bai Xing as a pet, but Musecard, a good Celestial Dragon, arrived in time and offered to take responsibility. He asked Lao Kai and Leo to protect Bai Xing. In the end, Lao Kai and Leo defeated Charles, the Celestial Dragon. At the same time, Sabo acted alone in the Holy Land. He encountered Pony and pointed out the direction to the island of the future. Sabo followed and arrived at Coppola, where he met him and the 5 elders. During the meeting, Coppola mentioned that 800 years ago, the 20 countries established the world government, and the royal families of 19 of those countries later became Celestial Dragons. They created an empty throne, the Empty Throne, which symbolizes peace and opposes dictatorship. The ruler of Alabasta at that time was Queen Lily, but she mysteriously disappeared after the creation of the world. However, Cobra obtained a letter left by Queen Lily. Im then appeared and sat on the empty throne, hinting that Im and one of the original 20 people have the same name. Im might be a member of the royal family from the founding 20 countries who obtained eternal life through the surgery fruit. Im revealed that the historical texts were scattered because of Queen Lily, as the ancient kingdom was once their enemy. At this moment, Cobra pointed out that Queen Lily's name also contains the ancient language. Suddenly, the 5 elders attacked Cobra. In a critical moment, Sabo protected Cobra, and Im and the 5 elders transformed into monstrous forms using their abilities. The 5 elders were incredibly powerful and easily defeated Sabo. In order to protect Sabo, Cobra intercepted the 5 elders and asked Sabo to inform Luffy and Vivi of a message. In fact, we are all brothers. Coppola also told Sabo the contents of Queen Lily's letter, instructing him to protect the historical texts and bring forth a new dawn to the world. However, the contents of the letter were drowned out by the 5 elders' roar. Later, Tobira was killed by the five elders, and Sabo managed to escape. Unexpectedly, Vapor was eavesdropping outside the room and, fearing being silenced, broke through the wall and escaped. By chance, Vapor entered the room where CP0 was holding Vivi captive. Vivi took the opportunity to escape with Vapor. Finally, the World Conference came to an end, and the world government reported that Sabo killed Cobra and Vivi went missing. In reality, Vivi and Vapor escaped to the flying ship of the Doldo family in Morgans. Sabo and Pony also managed to hide on ships from different countries and left the Holy Land. Due to the abolition of the 75th Marine System and the turmoil in various countries, the Navy was overwhelmed and deployed the Heavenly Angels to suppress the chaos, including Smoker, Tashigi, and Mamanga. Until now, Sabo and Dragon speculated that the weapon Im used to destroy Lelougia was likely an ancient weapon. Iwan said that the king of the Nero family, one of the founding 20 countries 800 years ago, was Im. At the same time, the Holy Land began to experience a food crisis, and due to Muscard's past help to the Fishman tribe, Commander Fegaran Garinga of the Order of the Gods Knights was responsible for executing him. Okay, above is the main plot of One Piece from chapter 1053 to 1086. The amount of information in One Piece this year is very large. Currently, we have seen the Straw Hat Pirates, the Four Emperors, the World Government, the early stages of the Revolutionary Army, the Beach Punk, and various countries achieving victories. In the future, new forces like the Knights of the Gods are predicted to appear. The final chapter is expected to be a large-scale battle involving all members, possibly similar to the Fourth Great Ninja War in Naruto. Additionally, there are many foreshadowed mysteries waiting to be revealed, such as Luffy's dream of reaching the end of the Grand Line and the truth of history. Just these aspects alone can give you an idea of the grandeur of One Piece's final arc. Unfortunately, we have to wait for the subsequent chapters to be released to see the continuation of the plot. So, I hope this video helps everyone catch up with the progress of One Piece. If you're a fan of the One Piece series, please remember to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. Let's meet again next time. Thank you, goodbye.